Alright folks, welcome back. The Easy Guy here. Today we're going to be learning how to make an iTunes account, which for any Apple product you own is going to be paramount for being able to use this device like a pro. I will say this is probably going to be the single longest video you guys will watch me do. You will probably have questions at the end. If you follow what I say and what I do, you're going to be fine. But you're probably going to have some questions, so feel free in the little box right below this video. Write any questions you have. If I get the same question a few times, I will make a video response to it. If it's anything I can just write you an email and tell you about, then I'm going to go ahead and do that as well. So let's go ahead and get started here. Oh, one other thing. This process is going to require a lot of personal information. And it is Apple, so it is as secure as anything that you can do. But you will see me actually cover up my camera here a few times this video because I have to put in credit card information and all this other kind of stuff. So let's get started. First thing you want to do is go to the settings button here. And on your left hand side, you're going to go ahead all the way down here, select iTunes and App Stores. And you will see on the right hand side it gives you a place for your Apple ID and password. And for those of you that already have Apple IDs, you can just go ahead and type in your email and your password there. If you've forgotten it, I'm going to go ahead and make a video about how to restore. You'll see the link up here, how to restore your password, how to get it reset and things like that. But this is a video for beginners, so I'm assuming you don't already have one. So we're going to go to this little button here that says Create New Apple ID. First thing it's going to do is ask you what country you live in. I live in the United States. You guys can know that much about me. Okay, the next thing it's going to do is it's going to give you Apple's terms and conditions for use of their product and services. It is at least at this moment today, a 33-page document. They are always updating this. Go ahead and hit send by email if you'd like to read it in its entirety or flip through this with these little arrows here. I've already read this, so I'm just going to go ahead and say agree. It's going to ask you if you actually have read it, and you say yes, I have, I agree. And you move forward. Your Apple ID and password. So what you want to do is the first thing is you want to type in your most commonly used email right here. If you've got multiple, use whichever one you look at on a daily basis or as often as you look at email. The second section here is going to be for a password. It says password and verify. You're going to type in your password. You're going to type it in again, exactly the same. There are a bunch of rules and guidelines for your password. It has to be, and it says it all underneath here, it's got to be at least 8 characters long. It's got to have a capital letter. It's got to have a lowercase letter. It's got to have a number in it. And it's also got to be, like there's some other things that it's not listed here. If you were to use a word like, let's say, Mickey Mouse, that is like a person's name. It's not going to let you use that. You have to throw something else in there with it. So you may have to try, fill out whatever you think is going to be easiest for you to remember. And then if it's not good enough, they'll let you know and you can try something else. So you may have to try this one a couple of times. Okay, so you'll go ahead and do that. And then you have security info. This is the next thing. There are 1, 2, 3 different questions. Each set of questions is different. So you're going to go ahead and you're going to choose one of the questions there. Now this account that I'm going to create is just a fake account. I'm not really actually going to use it for anything. So I'm just going to pick whichever question. And your answer, you go ahead and type in whatever your answer is. I'm just using blank stuff. So go ahead and pick whichever questions are going to be easiest for you to remember. And fill it out. And there we go. Now this next part here, optional rescue email. This is a really, really cool function. It says optional, but if you can fill this out, you should definitely do it. What this does is if you forget your security questions or your password or anything like that on your account, whatever email you type in here is where it will send your information. Now your first email, whatever you're using up here, they're going to use as well. But if for whatever reason you can't get into that, this is the second one. So you can use your spouse's email, a close friend or family member or something like that. Now it's really important that whoever you put this on here for, you trust, because if you put your brother-in-law or something like that, and then years down the road you need to recover your information, if he's that part of your family that everyone has that's a little off the wall, you want to make sure that he can't go in and buy stuff on your account. So use someone that you trust. Date of birth. You just simple as that. Month, touch it, gives you a list. You scroll through, you pick whatever month you were born in. Day, you touch it, you scroll through, you pick whatever day you were born in. Right? Year, type it right down there. Okay, and then this bottom portion here where it says subscribe to emails. New iTunes Store releases and additions. This means that they will send you an email every single time there's something new in their marketplace. So if you want to be up to date on what the newest stuff is, leave it on. If you don't want to get a bunch of your stuff in your email trying to ask you to buy things, turn it off. I don't like it. I'll turn it off. News, special offers, and info from Apple. Same question, different ingredients. Can we sell you some other stuff? If you like Apple's products and knowing about what all the new stuff is, leave it on. If you don't care, turn it off. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and put in all this information. Once it's all in there, you can hit that next button right there, and that'll take you to the next page, which is where you'll see me when we come back. All right, folks, so you went ahead, you hit your next button, you made it to the next page. They go to billing information, okay? So this right here, they're going to ask you for all kinds of financial stuff. And at least at the time that I've made this video, they're not signing you up, they're not making you pay for anything. This is just going to be so that if you decide you want to buy something in their market, like a song, an app, a movie, what have you, you can do it easily. They've already got everything on file. So what you do is you go ahead and pick your payment method. That's going to be your credit or debit card, whoever your carrier is. Underneath, you're going to have your card details, your card number, which is the number on the front of your card, and your security code, which is going to be, typically it's a little 3-digit number in a white box on the back side of your credit card. If you have American Express, it's usually a 4-digit number located somewhere on the face of the card that's not part of the card number. Go ahead and scroll down here. Expiration date, that's self-explanatory. You pick your month and year, whatever it says on your card. If you don't want to put in a credit card, suppose this is, you either A, don't want the information out there, or B, it's for, your child or something like that. You go ahead and put in an iTunes gift card and just enter the code that's on the card there, and you can put that on, and you won't have to put any personal information on the account. Billing address. This is something you want to make sure you fill out thoroughly. Title, Mr., Mrs., Doctor. I'm a Mr. You can go ahead and fill out your name, first name, last name, street address. It gives you two lines. You don't have to fill them both out. You just put in whatever your street address, your city, your state, and your zip code. Underneath here, you want to put in a good contact number, whatever number is easiest to contact you at. This is for their billing department, so if you ever have an issue with Apple, you want to make sure they have the right information there. Once you've filled out all this information in its entirety, you want to go ahead and hit the next button. Okay? So go ahead and do that, hit the next button, and see you on the next side. All right, folks, welcome back. And you've filled out the last page, you've hit next, and it says verify your account. A verification email has been sent to, and it's going to show your email right there. So what you want to go is you want to hit the done button. Okay, and that means that we are almost done here. We got to do a couple of more steps. Once you've done that, you're going to go ahead and hit your home button, the only actual physical button on the face of your iPad. And what you want to do is you're going to want to go to your email. If you have not yet set up your email on your device, there will be a link up here telling you exactly how to do that. So go ahead and click on that, and that'll tell you how to set up your email on your device. If it's not here at the moment, you can just access it from your computer or whatever other device you're using. So go ahead and go to your mail. And again, if you don't know how to navigate your inbox, you haven't figured that out yet, there'll be another link here for it as well. And you'll see I have one here from Apple. Go ahead and hit Apple. Says, hello, there's me. There's your Easy Tech guy right there. It tells you all this information. The important part is where it says verify now. You're going to go ahead and touch that. Okay, it asks you to verify your email address. What you're going to do, it's probably real hard to see. We'll zoom in here. Look at that. If you didn't know how to do that, that's called pinch to zoom. It says sign in to verify your account. So it says Apple ID. This is going to be that email address that we just used. And your password. That's going to be your password that you typed in. So I'm going to go ahead and cover you guys up here real quick. And then, so email, password. Type it in, and then click verify address. Alrighty, so now you've entered your Apple ID and you've got it all set up and you verified it and it said good job, you've got your Apple ID. Now you need to actually put it into the device. So we're almost there. What you're going to do now that you've verified that email, you're going to go to settings, and you're still in your iTunes and App Store. Now you're going to enter it right here. So again, we've typed in a bunch of times now, so hopefully you remember. Apple ID is your email. Almost put my information on in front of you guys. Look at that. You're going to go ahead and type in your email, your password, and you're going to hit that sign in button. I'm going to go ahead and cover you up before I let you know my secret password and come back to you guys. All right, and there we go. So it'll say up here your Apple ID, and it'll have your email. iTunes Match, that's off. You can learn about that at a later date. All this stuff that's off, just go ahead and leave it off. You don't really need it at this point. We'll go over this at a later date. But now you have your iTunes stuff set up on your device. And that's how you do it. Now, I want to let you guys know this is going to be edited down. Going through this took me almost 17 minutes on the dot runtime. It'll probably take you longer than that. So, if it takes you 20 or 25 minutes or longer to do all this different kind of stuff, it's totally fine. Just do it. Once you're set up, go ahead and click on this link right up here. And this is going to be how you can use this thing that we just set up called your iTunes ID, okay? Or your Apple ID, excuse me. So link, and off to the next thing we go. Thank you guys very much. Comment, questions, rate, subscribe. Let me know what you guys are thinking.